Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now.
Yes, I have mentioned before, I am an English teacher by degree. Never actually taught English. I was, a bit challenged by the political infrastructure of the public school system and believe education happens largely outside the classroom more than inside it. And besides, I really wasn't embiggened by that whole process. I don't know why. I mean, it's perfectly cromulent to teach, and words are just words. I mean, they're not just words. You attach meaning to words, but what if a word has no meaning attached to it, like embiggened or cromulent? And embiggened is a perfectly cromulent word. Had an experience in summer camp one year where he was a cool kid and he played guitar, and that's what made him cool. He wasn't cool before the guitar. He played the guitar, and that was what made him cool. And he was in love with Bon Jovi in a strictly platonic musical love sense. And he kept saying things were Jovi when they were cool. Jovi. By the end of the week, all 200 kids at camp were saying that. When things were cool, they were Jovi. We all went home, and I'm probably the only person who went to that week of camp with the cool kid with the guitar who remembers that. I'm sure he's trying to forget it. I've got a top 5 list here from Scott Backus, also known as Trombone Chop. And he wanted to submit a top 5 list, easy way for you to start a catchphrase in your school. Possibly camp or just, any place where you share a language potentially with a wide group of people. It's not that hard. If you've got the right people behind the word, you can make anything happen. Let's go through the list, and then we'll try a whole worldwide experiment with a word. Okay, number 5. Invent a random word or saying that no one can understand. There's no meaning attached to it. A string of gibberish words will attract more attention than a cesspit of dead llamas in Mexico. I don't know if he meant cesspool or not, or if he just made up the word cesspit, and now I've been pwned. My own school invented the words bad, weak, to symbolize that you won't do anything or seriously disagree with a teacher. No one knows who started it, and yet it sticks. Number 4, use your word and or string of words faster than a quad shot BR from an MLG Pro. Only this way you can succeed in your domination to control and persuade the minds of your classmates with useless garbage, almost as if you were user account control in Vista on a drunken rampage throughout America. Number 3, pre-make how you use the word. Is it a noun, verb, etc., or any other part of speech that your overly enthusiastic English teacher forces down your throat? If you fail at this step, you won't be able to control your saying, and therefore you will be called a noob for trying to take it back. So use it the right way. Number 2, remember that you are the main reason the word was started. You're the founder of that word. Be vicious, but at the same time cool-headed, or you might be struck underwater in the restroom. I don't know what happens at his school, and as we all know, school water is controlled by the government and therefore unpure. His words, not mine. Number 1, and finally, remember your saying is just a saying. It doesn't mean anything, just as this list, although I could be wrong, and this could be a paradox. Ooh, he understood how to use the word paradox. I am impressed. Colored me, and that's a real word, too, by the way. It's a real word. So, now we can have some fun. If you see something at school that is just, like, so technical, so geeky, like, so way over your head, right? Like, so, just say, dude, that's so Pirillo. That is so Pirillo. You have to roll your eyes, though, when you say it. It's Pirillo. Oh, God, that is so Pirillo. And then, what might happen, the teacher may actually know me. As one person in the chat room came in and said, hey, do you know a John Russell? I said, the name sounds familiar. He said, well, I was talking to him the other day. He's my teacher for some class, and he said that he went to school with you. So you never know if your teacher knows me at all in one capacity or another. And Pirillo is not exactly a common word. So if it's really geeky, Like really, like totally, just like in no matter what the subject is, okay? It could be like math and this like something so incredibly complicated and advanced. It's like, dude, that is so Pirillo. That is so Pirillo. See how fast you can get your classmates to catch on. Just be curious to know, or just make up your own word. See what happens. It's perfectly cromulent to do. And if anything, you can say, I was watching the YouTube, and a guy who says he was an English teacher said it was okay, therefore it's okay. But keep in mind, I am not your parent, legal guardian, nor am I your teacher. I'm just some random you've seen on the internets. So take that for whatever it's worth. My email address is chris@pirillo.com. Maybe you'd like to start another kind of meme, some kind of a word virus, although saying that has a different connotation. But anyway, you know where to find me and the rest of the crowd. I mean, we're having fun. And PS3 Lover Boy, that's one heck of a nickname you picked there. If you like the PS3 so much, I don't know if I'd put it in my handle. I mean, you're going to look really bad if that's your handle in like, a decade from now and the PS3 doesn't exist and you're still in love with it. That's not good. Not good, man. I'm embarrassed for you in the future. Really. I'd say the same thing about the Xbox 360. I wouldn't put that in my title. Come on. Dude, that is so Pirillo. And so am I. That's my last name if you haven't already figured it out. And if you want to join us, we're typically talking tech in the chat room. Sometimes I'm throwing out words and waxing pathetic. You're welcome to join us anytime, day or night. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We're waiting for you. So what are you waiting for? We're at live.pirillo.com. Will you later.